For the chance to head to Arizona in 2 weeks' time for Super Bowl 57, we are underway now in the NFC Championship. Quickly to the air is Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Throwing again on second down. Wilson repeated the last play, finding Walker. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now. Play action. Now Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. To throw is Wilson. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. Now Wilson. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kenneth Walker from 17 yards out. And the Buccaneers have struck first in this NFC title game. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They run again on first down. Chubb. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. In motion left is Watkins. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And there to make the tackle, Jonathan Abram. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And again, it's Chubb. Nice move at the 5. 42 yards rushing for him now on the opening drive of this NFC title game. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
In motion, the tight end. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Nick Chubb, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now it's Wilson. Throw out wide to Walker. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Wilson's throw here taken in by Knox. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards on the play.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end, Kent.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Mullen. And the Lions are going to take over here up near the 40. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Going deep here for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Quez Watkins, 61 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They go play action now. Wilson works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Dawson Knox, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken from about the 12. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And
it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll send the tight end in motion left. Two minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
19, take.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards. The offense has to love that, because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
A give running right is Chubb, and he is going to lose yardage here. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward, and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere you looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Pulls it in at the 13. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And they've got to be sick over that opening kickoff. They get the ball, hoping to go down and score, and just like that, they cough it up. The other team scores.
So much for the best laid plans. The offense spent all their time in the locker room at halftime, plotting, getting the ball back, taking it downfield, and putting 6 points on the board. I just wonder, do they have a 12-point drive in them now? What a way to start the half.
All change in the blink of an eye. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly...
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Brissett. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Christian Kirk, 29 yards.
And the Lions have taken the lead here in this NFC Championship game.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Well, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding Walker, complete. Touchdown! Ken Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Buccaneers have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Now the try here for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
Pulls it in at the 13.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brissett.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. There's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson
got his man. It's Bo Melton. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson.
He completes this to Walker.
They find some open field here. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. Wilson. And he hauls it 29 yards.
And the Bucs get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air.
Pulls it in at the 13.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
11 yards there and a Lion first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Brissett on first down. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
We're in the third quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense on third down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Brissett. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kenneth Walker saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Bucs are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. To throw, Brissett.
He'll air this one out for Kirk.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Buccaneers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games. Here's where I go crawl under a rock until it's over.
From the 27, Wilson.
They'll complete this one to Watson.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He's up north of 100 yards receiving now in this NFC Championship game. And it's a 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Running right, here's Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
Again, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Trying the left side with Walker. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Wilson wants to throw it. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A dime look defensively for the Lions on third. Now it's Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now Brissett.
This one is down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. They put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Here's Brissett.
And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now Brissett on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, it will make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here.
The Buccaneers are on their way to the Super Bowl. Thank you all so much for watching, and good night.